Bollywood action movie RRR, Ajay Devgan, Charan, Rama Rao. In 1920, during the British Raj, tyrannical administrator Scott Buxton and his sadistic wife Catherine visit a forest in Adilabad, where they forcefully abduct Molly, a young girl with a talent for artistry, from the Gond tribe. Enraged by the act, the tribe's guardian Kamar and Beam embarks to Delhi with the intent of rescuing her, under the guise of Muslim man named Akhtar. Elsewhere, the Nizamate of Hyderabad, sympathetic to the Raj, warns Scott's office of the impending danger. Undeterred, Catherine enlists the assistance of a Rama Rao, an ambitious officer in the Indian Imperial Police, to quell the threat. Embarking on his new assignment, Raju and his uncle, Venkateswarlu, attend several pro-independence gatherings in the hopes of finding clues. His opinions attract the attention of Lakhu, Beam's gullible aide. Falling for Raju's trickery, he attempts to induct him into Beam's plot, only to flee when he discovers his true identity. A short while later, both Beam and Raju encounter each other. Unaware of their opposing identities and intentions, they unite to save a boy from a train wreck, sparking a friendship between the two. Over time, the two grow close to each other. Raju subsequently assists Beam in courting Jenny, Scott's niece, unaware of his intention to infiltrate Scott's residence. While attending a party there at the behest of Jenny, Beam discovers Molly being held in captivity. He subsequently vows to free her. Meanwhile, Raju deduces Lakhu's covert identity and whereabouts. He subsequently apprehends him. While interrogating him, Lakhu goads a bandit crate into attacking Raju. He thereafter warns him of his imminent fate and that the antidote is only known to the gods. Dazed, Raju approaches Beam, who immediately tends to him. Noticing similar religious features between Lakhu and Beam, Raju deduces his true intentions. Regardless, Beam divulges his tribal identity and his mission, still unaware of Raju's covert identity. At an event held in Scott's honor, Beam's men barge into his residence with a lorry filled with wild animals, which creates havoc among the assembled guests. The animals maul Scott's guards, allowing Beam to briefly fight. However, Raju arrives and subsequently discloses to him of Scott's intention to kill Molly. He surrenders out of obligation. In the aftermath of the incident, Raju is promoted for thwarting Beam. Yet, he is absorbed with guilt over his own actions, recalling his own pro-nationalistic background and his actual alter ego as a mole within the police. At Beam's public flogging, Raju attempts to persuade him into recanting his actions. The former chooses to be flogged instead. Resisting his injuries, Beam sings in defiance, which incites an assembled crowd into rebelling. The riot further enlightens Raju, who finally realizes the recklessness of his actions. Determined to save his friend, he persuades Scott to secretly execute Beam whilst preparing an ambush to save him. Nevertheless, Scott deduces his plot. Whilst managing to rescue Molly from Scott's men, Raju is grievously injured. Beam, who had simultaneously managed to free himself, mistakenly interprets Raju's actions as an attempt to kill Molly. He bludgeons him before escaping with her. Months later, Beam, who had escaped with Molly to Hathras, is cornered by the colonial authorities. He narrowly avoids being exposed when Sita, Raju's fiancée, repels them by claiming of a smallpox endemic as a pretext. Unaware of Beam's identity, she reveals Raju's actual, anti-colonial objectives and of his impending execution. Crestfallen upon realizing his own folly, Beam vows to save him. With the assistance of a sympathetic Jenny, Beam infiltrates the barracks, where Raju is detained and frees him. alerting multiple soldiers in the process. Defeating them, the pair retreat to a nearby forest, where they decimate more soldiers with the use of a longbow taken from a ram shrine. Taking the fight to Scott, the pair hurl a flaming motorcycle into the barracks magazines, which consequently ignites. The subsequent explosion kills many within Scott's company, including Catherine. Having finally cornered a wounded Scott, Raju has Bhim execute him with an English rifle, fulfilling their respective objectives. They subsequently steal a cache of Scott's weaponry, later reuniting with Sita and Jenny.